I want to welcome everybody back to the July I Am Piscataway show. We had an extremely busy month in the month of June, going from our street fair to senior awards nights to high school graduation to T-ball awards. We even had Tajae Sharpe from the Chicago Bears visit the community center. And we also had a Flag Day ceremony at the Piscataway Elks. So with that, let's go to the videotape for the July show. 2022 Senior Award recipients, congratulations. Please make your parents proud. Please make the school district proud. And good luck, whatever your future endeavors are, wherever life takes you. And just remember, Piscataway will be always called home. I would like to get right to it here because I know there's a lot of folks that are waiting, eager recipients here tonight. And the awardee is Julius Heza. Before I turn this check over, Julius, you're going to learn something valuable in life. Get used to signing documents. As Dr. Rinaldi knows, when your check is given out, you have to have a purchase order. And so when you get life, you're going to be signing a lot of documents, whether it's a mortgage, college funding, and everything like that. So take it away. This is going to be your first official signing documents here. Now that's done, that keeps me out of trouble with the finance officer. This is yours. Congratulations again. And best of luck to all of you.
Hi, my name is Tajae Sharpe. I'm resident of Piscataway almost 39 years. And my both kids grew up here, graduate from high schools and Rutgers graduation. And I'm here for more than 10 plus years for this award. And this association is 40 years in Middlesex County, and we give scholarship every year, 8 to 10 students for our members, full scholarship for 4 years. If he go for further education, until he finish the graduation or PhD, we pay for everything. And plus, also, we start this one from last 15 years for local schools for Middlesex County. Each school, we give him $250 award for any students for arts and culture things. And this association is not new for Middlesex County. We do all this, any disaster, we always come forward for Katrina or anywhere in other country. Last year also we gave at least 3 to 4 times for Middlesex County Food Pantry matching funds from our members and association. So I want to just request to all the students, all 2020 class, remember, I'm not just say donation. I just say support your brother and sister. When you graduate in good position, come back and support your brother and sister for future education. Because if you give something else, people can sell it. But when you give it to education somebody, he remember his lifelong. So I request everybody, I'm not saying give 10,000, 15,000, whatever you make. 10% of your paycheck for years. Just support, because when it's a donation, people don't like that, oh, I take donation from somebody. But just give support for education. And 2020 class, Emily Dunn.
But time out, before we get started, let me get a little selfie for my Instagram story with my fellow classmates, okay? Let's go. Everybody say P-Word!
We were made to have a full human experience of emotions. And if the last 4 years have taught us anything, it's that we can survive and we can handle it because change is constant. After all, Dr. Maya Angelou said, "We delight in the beauty of the butterfly, but rarely admit to the changes it has gone through to achieve that beauty."
I think we can all agree that our high school career, especially our sophomore and junior years, included changes that we were not expecting. But now we are about to embark on one of the biggest changes in our lives, and that's adulthood. Growing up is scary and challenging, especially growing up in the world in which we live in today. But we can make an impact. Regardless of the hand we are dealt, it is up to us in how we play it. No child should be afraid to go to school in fear, and no parent should send their child to school with the fear of them not returning home.
Be proud of yourselves today. You made it, and I know many of you probably think that you wouldn't have. You beat the odds, and like tech billionaire Tony Stark once said, part of the journey is the end. Parents, guardians, brothers, sisters, give yourselves a pat on the back. Your senior did it. You watch them grow into their own person, and today starts their journey into establishing their place in the real world.
You've proven to the world that you're not afraid to fall. And you've proven to the world that despite the circumstances, you will persevere. When you look back on your 4 years, remember these times and the lessons learned. Draw strength from the knowledge that you've already done hard things. The next time life throws something challenging or unexpected at you, look around, take a breath, and remember, you're a Peeway grad. You're ready.
Lastly, please remember these 3 things. 1, take one day at a time and don't be too hard on yourselves. 2, everyone's path to success is different, so always look forward. And 3, take time to celebrate successes along the way, like we are doing tonight. As we move forward with the ceremony, I want to ask you to please come back to Peeway and share your successes, and always keep a part of your family. And I encourage you to be that person your dogs see. Congratulations.
It is my honor to present to you the class of 2022.
and guests, the purpose of this service is to honor our country's flag, to celebrate the anniversary of its birth, and to recall the achievements attained beneath its folds. It's quite appropriate that such a service should be held by the Order of Elks, an organization that is distinctly American, intensely patriotic, without counterpart.
As a war rages on over in Eastern Europe, if you think about it, at our community center, alongside the flag of the United States is flying the Ukrainian flag. You know, every flag for every country means a different thing. For us in the United States, the flag that we know, and current flag, means freedom. It means liberty. It means that you can criticize government officials. It means individuality. It means many things that make our great country unique. And as we stand here to celebrate our flag and the founding and how it transpired into what it is today, just think worldwide, people are fighting for democracy and freedom abroad. Just like when our soldiers go abroad, they wear the patch of the United States flag on there. That is a symbol that stands out as a beacon of freedom across the world.
As this emblem is first in our hearts as loyal Americans, so it is close to our altar as loyal Elks. The gentle breezes with lingering crests kiss the folds of no flag which can compare with it in beauty. There is no such red in budding rose, in falling leaf, or sparkling wine. No such white in April blossom, in crescent moon, or mountain snow. No such blue in woman's eye, in ocean depth, or heaven's dome. And no such pageantry or clustering stars and streaming lights in all the spectrum and the sea and sky. Our flag is at once a history and declaration and a prophecy. It represents the American nation as it was at its birth. It speaks for what it is today and holds the opportunity for the future to add other stars to this glorious constellation. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. In conclusion of this observation of Flag Day, let us rededicate ourselves to the flag of the United States of America, and may the principles of charity, justice, brotherly love, and fidelity ever increase in each of us.
wanted to start off some of the appreciation for folks that supported us through the entire incident, starting with we got the Newmarket Fire Company here, so if you guys could come up. Now, there were a lot of assets that responded, a lot of fire companies that responded. There were, I don't know, 30 plus assets, chief, or something like that on site. County, state, lots of folks that came to help battle this fire and get us back, you know, into a condition where the building wasn't burning. I obviously couldn't invite all of them here, so I did invite the chief here, who was the instant commander on site that night, and helped with his fellow colleagues get everything under control and mitigate all of the incident. And, you know, a lot of things that we don't talk about with the fire and the great, you know, response that folks had for, you know, the support of the community is that the result of that was literally within like 2 days, you had 400 folks, 400 families that were able to come back to work. And that is in a direct response to you guys' support of us. We wanted to really say thank you on behalf of all of us and all our families. And we really greatly appreciate you guys, especially since you're all volunteers. You do this all on your own accord, and we just want to say thank you and that we're so grateful. So thank you. So as a symbol of our appreciation, we do have a plaque to present you guys. And just want to again say thank you.
The one real positive thing that he mentioned was that everybody went back to work, and if there was a great thing that came out of that for us, that was the great thing. You know, it's especially in this day and age, you know, it's not easy to get a good job. It's not easy to find one, and to keep everybody back, everybody came back to work relatively quickly, like within a day, is just terrific. And we were here so long, I got to call out of work the next day, so I had a day off out of it, so that was good. So thank you very much, everybody. Thanks for having us.
All right, so next I'd like to invite up the mayor and the town council members. All right, so on behalf of all of us here at Pepsi, you know, one of the big factors that was allowing us to get back to operations so fast was honestly the prompt and like prioritized response from the community and the city. So folks don't know all the things that happen behind the scenes as far as getting inspectors on site, getting permits pushed through, and all the things that had to happen administratively for us to get back into operation. And we were really pleasantly surprised, pleased, and proud that you guys were so helpful as a community to get us back into operation so fast. And again, that did have a direct impact on everyone's livelihood and all their families' livelihood. And we just wanted to really extend our appreciation and thanks for that response from the city. So thank you guys.
Well, I want to thank the Pepsi family. I'll be honest with you, I didn't want to be the mayor that denied people Mountain Dew. But I have to admit right here, this is a cute backdrop here on the pallets with all the soda cans. I feel like I'm at a Super Bowl party or something right here when you see on the TV commercials. No, in all due seriousness to all the management of Pepsi and all the rank and file workers out there, the drivers, the people, line people, the marketing folks. This is a Pepsi town, and I have to laugh whenever I go to a conference and they're serving Coke. You'll never catch a picture of me drinking a Coke product right there. So especially, it's kind of funny. I had a running joke with Keisha Bottoms, the former mayor of Atlanta, which is the home of Coca-Cola. I would all of a sudden find a Pepsi thing and just like put it aside, so when there was a picture taken, there was a little Pepsi product there. No, the Pepsi's been here 30 years plus years, and you've been a very good corporate citizen in town. Many folks here work at this plant that live in this area, if not in Piscataway, but the greater Middlesex County, Central New Jersey area. We hope you continue to stay here. We enjoy having you as company here. But I really, I got to tell you, that night of the fire, being on scene as well as the members of Newmarket Fire Company, as well as many other first responders here. It did not look promising at first, but with a lot of expertise of our volunteer firefighters out there, they were able to save and stop and get you hopefully back to work. And that was one of my priorities as mayor, is to make sure that there was no hindrance to getting people back employed, because I was very worried that there was going to be a lot of people out of a job for a while. That was the utmost first thing that we were thinking about. And I want to thank the safety officers here at Pepsi, because when I was peppered with a lot of questions from the news media, that's what drills are for at the plant, for safety. And this is one time that the drills actually work because nobody was injured. That's a good thing. And that's why I told people publicly that a lot of the companies out there, when the employees get upset about having to do a safety drill at your workplace, you never know when it may happen to you where you work. So in the future, just be mindful when your safety officers tell you, hey, we got to do a safety run. Just keep that in mind, because it can always happen. And once again, on behalf of what they said here before, there was a lot of first responders out there throughout the day that came mutual aid. And for those that don't know, we actually, Newmarket had to set up drafting water from Newmarket Pond. So it was actually the pond that saved the building, believe it or not. We're right across on Lakeview Avenue where the water is. So those employees that didn't know, there was a lot of lines going in, siphoning water out of the pond to feed the trucks to put out the fires. So it was, that doesn't happen too often, but I'm glad we have the pond there. So I'm never going to complain about not having a pond there. So with that, I'm going to turn the mic back over, and I want to introduce, this is Councilman Kapil Shaw, Councilman Frank Ern, and Councilman Reverend Rouse. And thank you and on behalf of Senator Smith and our County Commissioner, Chanel McCollum, we want to thank everybody, and our County Sheriff, too. One quick commercial. If you haven't had a chance to be over at our new community center, it's the most state-of-the-art community center in the state of New Jersey. We actually have almost 10,000 members now of the community center. Feel free to stop by. It's on Hose Lane. They would be more than happy to give anybody a tour of the building. Go there. It is really a lovely building, built for many generations and everybody of all needs.
Happy Juneteenth! Of course, we know that it used to be Jubilee when General Gordon Granger brought the Union Army to Galveston, Texas. He awakened the 250,000 slaves to the fact that they were now free. And so in their celebration, they called it Jubilee. And they did barbecues, much of what we're doing here now. They did dancing and spoken word. And all of that we have for you today, but we don't want you to miss it. So we want you to gather down by the bandstand as much as you can, because we have terrific talent today.
Thank you for all coming out. I want to thank working with all the organizations that are sponsoring this day, especially the Metuchen Edison Piscataway branch of the NAACP. I've seen enough of Reggie Johnson coming in and out of my office for the last 4 months, worried about this. I guaranteed him that we were going to have great weather today. At least Piscataway delivered today. I want to thank the county commissioners for delivering the bandstand down here today. Come on, let's give it up for our Middlesex County commissioners here. So at this time, we're going to turn the mic over to our very own Piscataway County Commissioner, Chanel McCollum.
The atrocities of slavery and the mark that the institution left on our country cannot be overstated. But our nation has come a long way since June 19, 1865. But it's important to realize that we have a long way to go. All you have to do is turn your television on to CNN, and you can see that we have a long way to go. There is more work to be done to to ensure equity and justice for all. But I am confident that as we come together, we can make a difference. Gathering to remember and celebrate the day when slavery ended and all Americans were finally free is an excellent start. So thank you for coming here today. We have work to do, so let's all get to work. It's important for us to all get involved so that we can all make a difference. Thank you.
Is known as the grandmother of Juneteenth. When she was 86 years old, she led a movement to make Juneteenth a national holiday. That little old black woman, she, from 2016 to 2020, she walked across the United States in 2.5-mile intervals. On June 15th, 2021, President Joe Biden signed legislation making Juneteenth a national holiday commemorating the end of American slavery. Freedom, hope, and joy divine. Juneteenth means it's freedom time. Let the people gathered say amen.
Amen. We will now be having our centenarian help us with the symbolic breaking of the chain. And I just want to point out real quick how amazing it is to have him here to be able to do this. So, thank you. Yeah, can we get another round of applause for our centenarian?
I learned about breaking the chain and about Juneteenth when I was 60 years of age. I am 100 now. It was not taught in schools. It was not taught where, in any circles that I've known before. My life I've lived in the North.
I want to welcome everybody for your Walk for Your Life event on this gorgeous Saturday afternoon. Come on, let's give it up for the weather. To my right, to your left, is our County Sheriff, Millie Scott. We also have Councilman at Large Kapil Shaw, Ward 1 Councilman Frank Earn, and I think we had from the Board of Ed, Kim Lane. And as you can see, this is a gorgeous area down here. And I please, if you ever get a chance, please visit our 26 municipal parks around Piscataway. We're very proud of it. I know the Recreation Department's very proud of all the parks. We maintain the parks better than most communities across the state of New Jersey, and Frank Earn knows that. And please take advantage, and we're looking forward in a couple of years to having our 27th park, the Ecological Park, up on off of South Washington Avenue.
I just want to thank everybody for your support, because we could not do it without you. And I also, and the county parks, thank you very much. And DPW, of course, always. But I also want to thank, and I say Girl Trek for last, right? So you're going to hear from the Girl Trek leader, Miss Debbie Davis, in a few moments. But I want to just basically tell you a little bit about them before I allow Miss Debbie Davis to get started. But every Saturday morning, unless it's thundering and lightning, I can't even say unless it's raining, because they walk in the rain. They are there at either 6 or 6:30, depending on what God allows from a light perspective, right? And then again at 7:30. 7:07, okay? So they are there at Johnson's Park. If you are looking to walk with a group of ladies, they are always there. So why are we here today, right? This is entitled Walk for Your Health. It's a free walk. This is all about you. If we haven't learned anything through the pandemic, right? We have to take care of ourselves. Self-care is important. Amen. Walk by yourself, walk with a neighbor, walk with a friend, walk with a group. It allows you to relax. It gives you an opportunity to exercise, get that heart pumping, up and running. But you have to take care of yourself first. If you don't take care of yourself first, you can't help anybody.
I don't have to say too much because Chanel said it all in that regard. So I'm going to say our slogan. We walk, we walk. We'd rather walk than ride to lower blood pressure, de-stress, and exercise. We walk, 1 million women strong. Vanessa and Morgan, you got it going on. Girl Trek is an organization that has 1 million African American women, all women walking right now. We take our allies as well. The focus is walking at least 30 minutes a day, each day. You already know where you can meet us in Johnson Park. We already have the charge about 26 parks in Piscataway. We're gonna have to walk them all, y'all. That's what I'm looking at. Have fun. It's a way to free your mind, also free your body. And I'm gonna say, we just walked in Piscataway Park. We were walking behind a woman that had angel wings on her back. And so I said, I like your jacket. And what she did was unzip her jacket to show me that she could barely talk because she just had cancer surgery, throat surgery. From ear to ear, her throat was cut. And she said she has cancer all through her body, but she was walking for her health. So her name is Christina, so I say walk for Christina today for her health.
Okay, let's walk for our health. Let's start today.
It's a beautiful day. It's actually July the 6th. It's not really July the 4th. But God gave us our lives. Let's use them, enjoy them, make new friends. By the way, you know what the Girl Scouts say? Make new friends, keep the old. One is silver and the other is perfect. God bless you. Have a great summer.
So I know a lot of the seniors here, you folks have been asking Amy, myself, when is the Senior Center opening? What is the exact date, Amy? Monday, July 18th. So
And it's great to keep the tradition going, and it only continues to go because everybody comes out and participates. So thank you all so much. A lot of changes in Lake Nelson recently. We've had some, we had a beautiful renovation to the park done with a fantastic job. Mayor Waller and his team did a great job with that. We appreciate that very much. Thank you. We've done some things on the lake. We have a new dock on the south side, which is a nice addition for those who live on the south side of the lake. We had a tremendous group come out and help this year with the spring cleanup, so we can get rid of a lot of that garbage that was left over from Hurricane Ida. Really want to thank everybody for that. That made a huge difference to that end of the lake.
good morning, Lake Nelson! All right, and happy 4th of July. I want to publicly announce thanking the North Stelton Fire over here who led behind there. We have our councilwoman at large, Gabrielle Cahill. Come on, Gabrielle. And then Tom Connors from the Board of Ed. Just remember, we're in this park. We're in Jeffrey Byrne Park. Jeffrey Byrne was a local Piscataway resident who unfortunately was killed in action in Vietnam. He was a warrant officer. This is what the park's named after. We normally have something in February honoring during his February 18th. So if you go to the Vietnam Memorial down in Washington, he's on, I believe, panel 42 East. So if you're ever down there, just look up Jeffrey Byrne. I want to thank the Department of Public Works for coming out and doing a lot of work out here.
So we're gathered here on the 246th anniversary of a most extraordinary event, one that shaped the course of human history, in which people rose up against despotic rule from afar and declared that they held certain truths to be self-evident, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
hope everybody enjoyed watching the I Am Piscataway show this month in July. We want to remind residents that we have 2 upcoming concerts in July at the Newmarket Gazebo, as well as our bicycle rodeo that's going to take place at the Community Center on July 16th. We also have the National Night Out that'll take place on, I believe, August 2nd, the first Tuesday of the month. And also we'll have some footage from our interview from head football coach of Rutgers University, Greg Schiano. And with that, enjoy the month of July.